Hi, it's Keisha, the Habits Hypnotist, and I hope you're having a wonderful New Year's Eve countdown. We're getting close to the end of 2021, and I hope that you are well and healthy and happy. And speaking of healthy, guess who's not healthy right now? This person. So unfortunately, I did go out for Christmas Eve slash day, and I had a great time. Was feeling. I know that obviously there's things going around, the whole Omicron COVID thing, but I was really feeling good. I'm fully vaccinated, and I was honestly just getting stir crazy and wanting to have fun. And I had a great time. But unfortunately, it feels like I picked something up um, while I was there. So obviously you can tell by my voice, a little bit under the weather. I'm actually doing much better today. The symptoms started Monday. Uh, pretty, feeling pretty shitty. Yesterday was the apex of it. I pretty much couldn't even sit upright. Headache was ridiculous from hell. It was the worst headache I ever had in my life. So I am getting tested, hopefully in a day or so, to see if it is obviously to see if it's COVID or not. Hopefully it's negative, but even if it is negative for COVID, I still gotta keep myself away from people. You don't want this either, even if it is just a flu or a cold. It's whatever it is nasty, and I don't want to give that to anybody else either. So I hope that you are well. I hope you stay safe. Um, yeah, I definitely would say I know you want to go out. I know you're desperate to like do the thing, but just be careful. It seems to be very, very spready out right now, really contagious, and just be careful out there. And if you can, just keep a low profile and try to stay out of this. So that out the way, I hope that you're staying healthy and having a wonderful New Year's season as we count down into New Year's Eve and the last couple of days of 2021. And we're talking about habits. And why are habits so important? Because your habits make your experiences in life. Your habits are exactly what is going to make your life what it is. We are what we do most often. So it's really important to be able to master habits, to be able to incorporate habits that are going to build up exactly the life that you want, or to cut out habits that are holding you back and are actually creating a reality that you don't want. So let's talk about, how do habits form? So the habits that you have in your life, where the hell did they come from and why do you have them? Let's talk about it. So I believe that habits actually tend to come from one of four areas, more or less, or any combination thereof. So the first way that habits can form is through your own self-identity, your own perception of who you are. And this is really interesting, especially when it comes to you wanting to incorporate wanted habits that you actually want, but you're having a hard time making them stick. Oftentimes, if we don't believe that this new habit actually matches with who we consider ourselves to be, then that won't actually stick and it won't actually hold up. So what that means is we actually have to do work on ourselves. For example, let's say that you want to write a book. And this is something that I struggled with when I wrote my own book. And a writer has to have a consistent writing habit. You can't write something like a book, like a novel, like a memoir, if you don't have a consistent writing habit. You have to be very dedicated to writing no matter what. And the thing about it is, when many people do this for the first time, they're usually adults, and they usually have gone years and years without having a consistent writing habit. So what happens is, oftentimes they try to do this thing, and lo and behold, they can't make a writing habit stick because they don't do the identity work that makes them identify as a writer. So if that's you, if you're trying to change and bring in a new habit, but you're having a hard time having it stick, I want you to ask yourself, does this match how I actually view myself? Okay? So that's number one, is your self-identity is important, is as often a source of habit. Your habit often comes from who you think you are or who you think you are not. Okay. Number two, your habits often come from your beliefs. They often come from what you believe is possible for you, and definitely what you believe is not possible for you. So this is the same thing. Like, let's say we are looking at health and fitness or weight loss and weight management. Oftentimes, we can sabotage our own habits in this area because we don't believe that something is actually available to us. We don't actually believe that we can really, honest to God, as much as we want it, actually attain it. Now, this is different. We may actually logically know that it's possible. We may logically know that it's possible for us to, for example, have the body that we want. We know that it's logically possible, but that's different from actually the deep down subconscious beliefs that it is possible. And this actually comes from a lot of places. It can come from the way we're brought up. It can come from the things that our family and friends have told us about ourselves, even if it's not necessarily true. And it's really important that if you're trying to change your habits, but again, it's not sticking, do you believe that what you want is actually really possible for you? And if not, then that's a red flag and a sign that you need to work on your beliefs as well. Okay, so that's number 2. Our habits often come from what we believe are possible or not possible for us. Number 3, your habits often come from your relationship with fear and discomfort. So fear and discomfort are constant in life. You will always be faced with what is going to be outside of your comfort zone. And in fact, how you perform with discomfort and fear is actually going to be a really good sign of what you can expect, what type of success you can expect in life. So when it comes to your habits, our habits often form from how we deal with fear and how we deal with discomfort. And oftentimes, whenever we're faced with discomfort, we often tend to run away and seek pleasure. We tend to seek what feels comfortable. We tend to seek what feels good. And often, unwanted habits can form from very superficial behaviors that come directly up from us trying to deal with fear and deal with discomfort. Now, a lot of times we can actually have very healthy habits that arise from fear and discomfort. Let's say, just giving a random example, let's say you're faced with the prospect of losing a job or losing some sort of income source or something like that. One way to deal with that discomfort, of course, would be to start abusing substances, because it feels good to start overeating or eating a lot of sugar and fat, because it feels good and it distracts us from the prospect of potentially losing our job. However, another way that we can face that same threat would be to actually take proactive actions, such as looking for a new position, such as talking to a supervisor and getting a sense of job security. These are all different reactions, but some of them are going to have one result and others are going to have another result. So when looking at our habits, they often can form from number 3 reason, from how we face fear and discomfort. Okay. And number 4, our habits often come from our own imagination, from your own imagination. And what I mean by that are the words you say repeatedly to yourself and the image you repeatedly put in your head. So we are constantly going through emotional thinking, I just call it visioning. There's a part of our brain, actually, the subconscious mind, which really doesn't even speak in words. It constantly just speaks in feelings and images. And it is constantly giving us feelings and images about all sorts of things. And the thing about it is it tends to often go on the side of worry, on the side of fear, and it gives fear a lot of power. So in other words, we tend to worry and worry and worry and beat ourselves up about a lot of things. And when we do this constantly, habits and recurring actions can develop from that alone, from the constant, recurring, automatic thoughts, words, and images that are constantly going through your head. Now, the great news is that we have the conscious power to be able to be mindful of that and to intercept that and to be able to turn that on its head and actually to retrain our subconscious mind to give us good words, good images, good feelings instead, which will give us more powerful results. So, to summarize, our habits often come from our sense of self identity. In other words, who you think you are and who you think you are not. It can often come from your beliefs, what you believe is possible, what you believe is not possible. Habits can often come from your relationship with fear and discomfort, okay, how you deal with the inevitable fear and discomfort in your life. And it also can come from your own imagination, just the recurring images that go in your head all the time and the recurring words you say to yourself. So, the good news is that we can change any of these things. And one incredible tool that we can use to change any of these things is actually hypnotic sessions. As a certified consulting hypnotist, I know that hypnosis is actually extremely powerful and scientifically proven method to actually be able to reprogram yourself, to be able to reprogram your sense of self-identity, to be able to reprogram your beliefs, to reprogram your relationship with fear and discomfort, and to reprogram the way you use your imagination so that your imagination does not rule you, but instead you use your imagination as a tool to get what you want. And that's really what I'm about here, using hypnosis to control and master your habits. So 2022 also is going to come to an end. And we're going to be sitting here this time next year, heading into 2023, talking about, okay, what all this year that's come before. So I want you to ask yourself, when that time comes, how will you have spent the year before? Will that year before have getting you closer to what you want, to what you want to achieve in life? Okay? So I want to ask you that question. It can be. 2022 can be a wonderful year. I just love the sound of it. It's a beautiful sounding year, 2022. And it can be the year that things turn around for you. And hypnosis is a wonderful and effective way to do that. So I want to invite you now to reach out to me and to just set yourself up for a free consultation with me to find out how hypnosis can help you to change your habits, to change your life, so that you can master your life once and for all. Okay? So you can join me also online if you would like, or in person. Actually, will be eventually some in-person hypnotic events as well. But definitely check out my webpage, www.newworldcoaching.org/live, to join and sign up for a free event. So coming up, we're going to do the Fix Your Life by Fixing Your Habits event. It's going to be Wednesday, January 5th online at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I invite you to join me for that. Or you can just sign right up for a free, quick 20-minute consultation with me to discuss how hypnosis can help you in your life. Okay? So thank you so much. Let this be the year that things turn around for you. And I look forward to working with you and talking to you soon. Be safe, stay safe, be careful out there, stay happy, stay healthy, and remember, to change your life, you must first change yourself. Talk to you soon. Bye.